Good morning. Welcome to Morning Coffee with Sandy. And I'm sorry for what I said before I had my coffee. I didn't say anything bad. It's okay. It's all right. It's okay. We can do it another day. Hey, this is like major news right here. Okay. It's a warning. It's a warning, my friends. A warning. Back in 1439, 1439, that's a long time ago, kissing was banned in England. Yeah, no, this is not a joke. Kissing was banned in England to stop Black Death from spreading. Wow. We're feeling so comfortable and cozy here in California and in other places around the US. I'd like to hear from some of the rest of you. Seriously, my friends, COVID is not done. COVID is not done because there are people out there not vaccinated, and there are strains that are still like weaving their way into humanity. I was talking to a friend from Vietnam yesterday, and she was telling me that when she calls home, when she calls back to her family, it's the same there now as it was for us a year ago. And you know what's going on in Australia. We talked about it yesterday, breakouts everywhere. We have states here in the United States where the child mortality rate is climbing like crazy, and the mortality rate among people who have not been vaccinated. Look, I'm not trying to just scare you, but if there's something you can do that's going to keep you safe and healthy, why wouldn't you do it? I'm sorry. I'm a fan of vaccination. If you don't agree, you don't agree. But pretty soon there will be more of us than there are of those of you who don't agree. And I love all of you. So please go get vaccinated. This is not over, my friends. This is not over. Good morning. Good morning. Oh, Opa's having surgery on Wednesday. Okay, we're like so behind you on this. We are so with you, my love. We got this together. We got this. You go get prepared. We will emotionally and psychologically be supporting you through this endeavor. Yeah, baby. Oh, okay. So let's get off of that. Just know that what would it be like to have kissing band? I know, serious stuff, right? All right. Let's start out with what's really important today. It's World Snake Day. Yeah. Right up there with speaking before crowds is fear of snakes. Now, I'm not going to lie to you. If I saw a snake crawling down my hallway right now, it would scare the living daylights out of me. And if I went and opened my front door and saw a snake, I would be terrified. If I was driving down the street and a snake crossed the street, that would shake me up. But somehow I had a pet rosy boa. Go figure. And I wasn't a kid, I was an adult. I was a preschool director, and I thought it'd be really good for the kids to like not be afraid of snakes. So I thought if I had a pet snake, maybe everyone in the whole school would like get used to the idea that snakes could be nice. So I had this lovely Rosie boa. I think I called her Rosie, but I'm not sure. And when I first got her, she was probably only about, I'm going to say maybe a foot and a half long, something like that. And I would say she grew to a few feet, and she didn't talk or anything. You know, it's like we didn't communicate that way. But when I would hold her, she would wrap herself around my arm. Hello. Oh, I'm being swallowed by a boa constrictor, right? And I would just like walk around with this snake on my arm all day. And sometimes she would go like this. And she would squeeze on my arm, but not like so hard that it hurt or anything. I would just like pulsating on my arm. I really liked my boa constrictor. I'm not kidding. So when I moved from Los Angeles to Riverside, not that far away, a couple hours, I I had the snake. The snake was hibernating when I made the move. So I left her in the garage with a bazillion other things. And not too long after we had moved, my boss and his wife were over for dinner. And we were talking, and I mentioned that I had a pet Rosie boa. And she said, "Oh, I love snakes. May I see it?" And I said, "It's in the garage." So I went out and I brought the cage and the snake in, and she said, "Can I hold it? Did you know that if a snake is hibernating, if you sit and you pet it, it warms up and it thinks it's summer and it'll come, like, yeah, it'll be like living again." I mean, not like it. Anyway, talk about humiliating. I got the snake. She took it out of the cage and put it in her lap and started rubbing on the snake to warm it up, right? Except like 15 minutes went by and she was still trying to warm up the snake. And we realized that the snake was deader than dead. Yeah. It was coiled up dead. I don't know why. Maybe it was too cold in the garage. It was wintertime. I mean, but it wasn't that cold. Anyway, that's my boa constrictor story. Yeah. Here I am with my boss's wife petting my dead snake. How about that for an uncomfortable situation? Yeah, baby. Happy Snake Day. Marlene. Oh my goodness. I'm on TV and I'm big. Whoa, I like that. Marlene, it's so good to see you and have you here. Yay. And we're wishing good morning to Opa. Good for you, Marlene. She got her second vaccine. Yeah, the children are the spreaders now, it seems. Yeah. Mm. You had a 6-foot Burmese python? Yeah, no, this was like maybe a 3-foot Rosie boa, which isn't even like a boa constrictor. It's a much gentler, easier to handle kind of snake. But I do remember being in Australia at this exotic animal farm kind of place. And the guy took out this giant python and put it around my neck. It was heavy. I do remember that. And I do remember that my husband was scared out of his mind and left the room, but I stayed in there to feel the snake. It was, I kind of liked it. I'm not going to lie. It was kind of cool. Your brother-in-law had a 6-foot Burmese python. Did it ever get out of the cage? I mean, out of its, like thing? And like, I just can't even imagine tripping over a snake in the middle of the night when you're on your way to the bathroom. Ew, that'd be just awful. It's also National Corn Fritters Day. Anybody here make good corn fritters? I haven't had corn fritter in so long. I used to love them. Hush puppies? Aren't corn fritters and hush puppies the same thing? I think so. It's Fresh Spinach Day. Don't you love spinach? No? I'm Popeye the Sailor Man. I live in the garbage can. Oh, that's not it. Anyway, I happen to be a vegetable eater. I'm not a big fruit fan. Maybe melons and berries, maybe. But I love vegetables. I love pretty much all vegetables. And my daughter is like this genius at taking vegetables and making them into these like glorious meals. But fresh spinach, I can eat it raw, I can eat it cooked, I can eat it sauteed, I can eat it in things, out of things, just no spinach juice, okay? I don't want to drink green things. Sorry, it's just my thing. Love spinach, love veggies. Oh, yes. This is my squad. We're veggie lovers. Yeah, fresh spinach. I do like my fresh spinach. It's also hot dog night. I know they don't kind of go together, do they? But good morning, Jenny. Jenny likes spinach too. We got a whole gang of spinach lovers here. Yay. Indy will eat it when it's like in his salad, but he's not a big fan of it cooked. But then he's not a big fan of a lot of vegetables. And since I started like eating differently, where I eat like 6 meals, small ones a day. And by the way, I have lost a couple of pounds and I'm feeling good. I really am feeling good. Or I'm telling myself I feel good, so I'll keep doing this. I know for health reasons, I need to lose some weight. I'm not fat. I'm not telling you I think I'm fat. I just know that in order for my body to operate better, I need to be like another maybe 10 pounds down. That's all. And it'd be good. Um, Today in 1969 is the anniversary of Apollo 11, Bazoom, going up to the moon, and Neil Armstrong and Buzz Aldrin walking on the moon. Do you even remember that? 1969. Wow. It was like so amazing. My husband at the time was fascinated by space. So we were like glued to everything we could possibly find about the moonwalk. And I am proud to tell you that this is somewhere where I do have some kind of connection, because we actually went to see Buzz Aldrin speak at the Santa Monica Air Museum. It's not a big venue, so we thought this would be a great place to really get to hear him. So we went to the venue, we heard him speak, and afterwards he was going to go downstairs into the museum itself and sign autographs. Well, we had this idea that we could get his autograph and maybe even get a picture taken with Buzz Aldrin. So I said, I want to take, and I don't know why, because I'm a steps lover. Anyone who knows me knows that I like never avoid the stairs. If there are stairs, I always take the stairs. But this particular day, I said, no, I want to find an elevator. I don't feel like walking. Everyone else in the room exited and took the stairs down. I went out the other way to look for the elevator. I got in the elevator and someone pushed the button to hold the door. And the only other person at the door of the elevator was Buzz Aldrin. And I got to ride in the elevator alone with Buzz Aldrin. And of course, I said something absolutely brilliant like, wow, we're taking a flight together. And he laughed and we chatted for the, 2 minutes that we were together in the elevator. And then he went behind the table to go sign autographs. And I, of course, got in line with my husband. And when it got to be our turn, it was so cute. He greeted me like I was an old friend, signed up a picture for me, and then posed with me like so much longer than he posed with anyone else. It was almost embarrassing. And I think maybe my husband got custody of those things when we split, because I can't find my Buzz Aldrin pictures anywhere. But here's what I can tell you. He was a very warm and kind human being. He was really nice. And he was very good looking too. I'm not going to lie. So Buzz Aldrin, moonwalker, I got to ride in an elevator with someone who walked on the moon. There are not many people who have done that, nor are there many people who could say they spent time with someone who has. That makes me feel so special. Yeah. Buzz Aldrin. Love him. You weren't even 1 year old when the moonwalk happened. You were such a baby. And I love you for that. Anyway, being with Buzz Aldrin was like mega cool. Mega cool. 1911, Ginger Rogers was born. Ginger Rogers grew up to become this amazing dancer. I know some of you, like Oprah, who's a baby, didn't grow up watching Ginger Rogers dancing her way through all the MGM musicals, et cetera, but she was beautiful and sweet and adorable. And I quote her all the time because my favorite Ginger Rogers quote is, she was a dancer and she used to dance with Fred Astaire, among others. And her quote was, I don't know why they make such a big deal about men. Women have to do everything men do, but we do it backwards and in high heels. And she lived right here in my desert. She died in Rancho Mirage, which is right here, like 5 minutes away. Here's to you, Ginger Rogers. You filled my life with so much happiness. Just watching you dance was so much fun. Oh my gosh, it's so great to have all the comments here on the side. I'm like, There's a whole lot of laughing. There's a whole lot of laughing going on. Oh, Oprah, you remembered. Yes, today is get ready for wedding rehearsal day. I'm rehearsing, but nobody else is going to be here until tomorrow. And then we're having I haven't thought of a great name for it. So I'm calling it the undress rehearsal for my son's wedding. We're having like this whole wedding right here. Tomorrow morning, I'll try and show you some of the things that we're using at the wedding. I made a bouquet and I made decorations for the aisles and a basket and a headpiece for the flower girl and a headpiece for the bride. And my favorite thing, I think I showed you, but now it's finished, is the cake topper for the bride and groom. I'll post a picture after the wedding. I'll post all the pictures. It's going to be so much fun. I can't wait. I can't wait. And it's the weekend of my daughter's birthday. Her birthday's on Sunday. So we'll be celebrating that too. It's just like a whole celebration weekend. Yay. I love celebrations. And Marlene loves old movies. And I'm so with you on that. I could sit and watch old movies forever. And I probably know the dialogue for most of them because I've watched them all so many times. It's Orville Redenbacher's birthday. Isn't that a great name, Orville Redenbacher? If I was going to come up with popcorn, I would use my own name if that was my name too. And that is my name too, Orville Redenbacher. So we use his popcorn in this house. And remember, we're the ones who have popcorn every day at 4:00 because Indy and I love our popcorn. So we have a little popcorn party every day at 4:00. And it's always Orville Redenbacher's. We tried other kinds. We did a taste test. This guy wins, no question. We use so much Orville Redenbacher's popcorn. We buy it in these giant containers. Can you see that? Wait, let me move back. Yeah, like seriously, like this big. Alexis, I have to say her name quietly or she'll do what I tell her to do. She automatically orders from Amazon for us now. She'll just periodically say, "Hi, is it time to reorder your popcorn?" We're so living in the space age. No kidding. No kidding. In 2004, Chicago, Illinois, opened Millennium Park. Has anyone there beside me ever been there? I'm sure Steven's been there, but I don't see him here with us this morning. Millennium Park is so amazing. There's that giant structure, the bean, that's this bean-shaped, mirrored, huge, spaceshipy looking thing that you see yourself 1,000 times over in it. It's glorious. But the fountains there, they're all different. And they all do these different things. And they have a, what's his name? Frank Gehry. They have a concert center that's designed by him and sculptures everywhere. It's glorious. I don't know if I'll get a chance to go there when I'm in Chicago next week, but wouldn't hurt me if I did. Yeah. Today's word art is really awesome, by the way. Today's word art is about conversation and how connections become fully alive through conversation. And perhaps not coincidentally, although honestly, I didn't realize it when I put up the word art for this morning, it is also the birthday of Stephen Covey. Or maybe it's 2012. He must have died in 2012. This guy is the guy who wrote 7 Habits of Highly Effective People and a bunch of other stuff. But I printed out some of his quotes because you know how much I love quotes, right? But this guy, he said some great stuff, and it goes along with our word art today, which, by the way, is just very simply connection becomes fully alive through conversation. Open your mouth, talk, open your ears, listen. That's how we make connections. Not just talking, not just listening, but having an exchange of ideas. Here it is, probably his most valuable quote as far as I'm concerned. Seek first to understand, then to be understood. I have heard it said that the biggest problem that we humanoids have with conversation is that rather than listening, we are busy planning what our next comment is going to be. Yeah. Ooh, today's word art gave you an idea for renaming the group. Okay, I'm excited. PM me though. Do it privately, okay? Ooh, Ginny, come on, do it. Okay. He also says, Stephen Covey also says, start with the end in mind. Problem solving. That is like the way to do problem solving. Start with what you want the end result to be. And that might be a great way to pick a new name for the group as well. The key to is not to prioritize what's on your schedule, but to schedule your priorities. Do you get that? Don't take all the things you have to do and try and prioritize them, but take your priorities, the more important things you have, and schedule the time to do those. Then fill in the rest of the stuff. This guy's so brilliant, so brilliant. And finally, the thing I want to leave you with today, because it's so cool. He said, the main thing is to keep the main thing the main thing. Let me say that one more time. The main thing is to keep the main thing the main thing. For those of us who are over 40, it gets tougher and tougher to stay on topic, doesn't it? Or you walk into a room and you forget what you were doing there because you immediately go do something else. Stay focused. That's his way of saying stay focused. Keep the main thing the main thing. That's the main thing. Here's my sip and smile for today. Focus on that main thing. Love you guys. I'll see you tomorrow. Oh, I chair danced yesterday with Fritzy and she was brilliant, by the way. Love you. See you tomorrow. Tomorrow's my big day. I can't wait. See you. Bye-bye.